Hello friends, Namaste. Welcome to my channel Vedic Astrology Guru. Please subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon so you can get the latest updates for this channel. Today we are going to discuss Moon in Ascendant. This is one of the episodes in a larger series where we will be discussing all the 9 planets in the Ascendant for Aries zodiac sign. So Moon is one of the luminaries among the 9 planets in Vedic astrology. There is one very peculiar element of Moon. Moon increases and decreases in proportions of the luminous that it provides. So we have a new moon and then we have a full moon. There are major differences. When we have new moon, which we call Amavasya in Jyotish, and then we have the full moon, which is called Purnima in Vedic astrology. So moon has many essential elements. I'm not going to get into the characteristics of the moon, but what we are discussing here today is more important. Moon in the Ascendant, especially for Aries Ascendant. This is not a general overview, this is a very specific analysis of Moon in Aries Ascendant, especially Moon in Aries in the first house. So this is the focus today. Now Moon, as we know, is a secondary planet after Sun. Now Sun is the source of all energy. But what is Moon? The Moon is very, very special that it reflects the light it receives from the Sun. So there is a luminous factor attached to Moon, which makes it very, very special. Because of the luminous, Moon in Ascendant will make a person wealthy. Moon is also one of the planets which gets exalted in the second house. In Kala Purusha chart, the primordial chart starting Aries Ascendant, Moon gets exalted in the second house. And now that Moon is very close to its exaltation in Aries Ascendant, so the person will be skillful in his speech. The person will be sweet-tongued. The person will have, an art to impress others. The person himself will have a lot of radiance, a lot of glow, a lot of attraction in his own personality. The person will also govern prestige and will have pride. It's like the individual will command that no, I want it. There is no doubt that if the moon is strong, now all these, one thing is very important here to understand, that all the good that is being said here will only come out when there is benefic aspect, benefic association, and moon is closer to the full moon period. Moon is closer to the Purnima factor. This will not be applicable if sun and moon are together. That becomes new moon, Amavasya. The results will drastically change. But I am not going to describe the conjunctions here, because the focus is only on the moon in Ascendant. If I go into that direction where we calculate conjunctions of other planets and aspects of other planets, then this will become a very long episode in itself. So that is something to be discussed on a later counterpart. So Moon in Ascendant, specifically for Aries Ascendant. The person is talkative, The person likes to talk, likes to get in a conversation. Sometimes the conversation can be very meaningful and sometimes not. One very special feature of the face, because ascendant in itself represents face. The very special feature of face is that the eyes are very attractive, especially for women. The eyes become very attractive. It's like they have a magnet. That's what moon makes in the ascendant. Especially for males, if moon is in ascendant, then women will get attracted. They will be very friendly with the person. They will feel very comfortable talking to the person. Why? It's very simple. Moon is a feminine planet. And with the moon in the ascendant, the radiance that it gives to the person, specifically for a male person, women will be very friendly. The individual himself is sensitive, especially when it comes to emotions, because moon increases and decreases very fast. The individual is usually driven by emotions. They are very sensitive. In case the moon is badly afflicted, then the person is fickle-minded. Although moon is the fourth lord in Kalapurusha, the primordial chart, starting Aries ascendant, it becomes the natural fourth lord. Hence, the person is always, keen to meet family members and friends. The person is very keen for get-togethers. Some may be, keen on partying and going out, but this makes the individual, very interactive in their nature. Now comes the very important part: spouse, relationships, love life. For people with moon in ascendant, the love life is very fantastic because it is luminous. It is, the soft, beautiful rays of the moon which kindle the heart of an individual. So the matters of heart are very good. But when it comes down to relationship, then there is a little catch. In some cases, there may be unhappiness from spouse. In some cases, there may be trouble finding the right relationship, and in some cases, if the relationship has been found early in age, then there is, some friction, some trouble getting along. Because moon has a lot of radiance, again, it is a luminary like sun. The individual has a lot of force, and this force is, ever changing, because moon is one of the fastest planets. So to catch up onto that relationship, for the other individual, for the spouse, it becomes difficult. And that is the mismatch, and that is where the friction arises in the relationship. So, moon in ascendant in Aries. Now, since moon is a sensitive planet, it changes its luminous. So it is also very sensitive to weather. The people who have moon in the ascendant, they are very sensitive to changes in weather. They can catch a cold very fast. They may feel changes in weather, very fast. They may feel hot very suddenly. They may feel the cold very suddenly. Usually the humor of the body is ligmatic. It is cold. In nature, in general, when we talk about force, They are very friendly, but they are also timid. You cannot expect them to get into a war. They try to refrain. Because moon, again, it's a female planet. But since it is a luminary, moon is also the queen in the hierarchy of planets. It likes to show public generosity. Now the exaltation point is second house, Taurus. So finances for these people are usually good, unless moon is afflicted heavily, or it is a new moon. If it is Amavasya, then wealth and finances become a challenge. Else, moon is, the second house is just one house away from the moon, and from the 12th it is second. So person has ample wealth to expense. Now in matters of siblings, it is the third house, and this moon is 11th from the third and third from the 11th. Although the person himself is what we call the lamp of the family in itself, but this kind of a person also has benefit of siblings. In matters of courage, the person is soft, mild, not overexertive. But since it is Aries ascendant, yes, many a times the person may be aggressive, assertive. From the fourth house, its own sign, Cancer, moon is in 10th position, and from 10th it is in 4th. So definitely this kind of a person enjoys property, land and building, wealth, happiness from mother. If there is no land and building provided from the parents, then eventually at some point in time the person would be able to accomplish and make his own house and gain land and property. Fifth house, education. Fifth house also shows progeny. Now this moon is in 9th from 5th. The person definitely is blessed with progeny, is blessed with good education. But again, this will also depend upon the strength of the moon. The association of moon with benefics, aspect of benefics over moon, the dignity of moon in divisional charts. But I will not go there. We are talking about one specific aspect of astrology, that is moon in Aries ascendant. From the 6th it is 8th. Being 4th lord, it is in ascendant. From the 6th it is 8th, and from the 8th it is 6th. This kind of a person loses in speculation. Although the individual may have good intuition power. But when the person speculates, the person loses. And there are challenges in matters of health at a later age. From 7th, it is 1st. And from 1st, it is posited already there. So the self becomes very important when it comes to the matter of relationship, marriage, spouse, choosing a partner. The person wants to have an upper hand always. So many a times this kind of an expectation may result in wrong choices and eventually complications in the relationship. Then in matters of 8th house, secret affairs, secret knowledge, sudden gains, it is 6th. As I said earlier, speculation is not a good choice for people who have moon in the ascendant. It is definitely not a good choice. They should not speculate unless they have other very strong combinations which may help them gain in speculation. Now this moon is in 5th position from the 9th house. So the person gets blessings of elders. The person gets blessings of father. The person is also blessed with good teachers and good guides in his life. From the 10th, it is 4th. From the 4th, it is 10th. So career is many a times the career is very good initially. The person attains good position in society, but the status of the career is fluctuating. Many a times they will go like a rocket, and they can come down drastically. So they shall always be prepared for this. So there is no stable success. The success is variable for these people with moon in ascendant. Then in matters of friend, in matters of elder siblings, in matters of finances, income, the 11th house, this moon is placed 3rd. And from 3rd it is 11th. So a lot in life is achieved what they want. They get a lot. But again, the matters of satisfaction are in question, because 11th house is fulfillment of desire. Hence the matters of contentment are in question. And lastly, 12th house. That is expenses, that is many other unwanted things, that is foreign relations, visiting foreign countries, foreign travels, foreign journeys, and also comfort of bed. From 12th it is 2nd. 2nd is your requirement. 2nd is your achievement. 2nd is what you have in hand, what you have in pot, as in your wealth pot. Hence, there is definitely gain and benefit of these things. The person having moon in ascendant will like to travel and may also want and wish to travel abroad, and would also, it is possible that he or she may go for a foreign journey. But one thing is very particular. Journey is also represented by the 8th, and that is Scorpio sign for Aries ascendant, which is debilitation sign of moon. So in matters of foreign travels, many a times it may not be the kind of foreign travel one expects, or the journey may be troublesome, or it may not be fruitful, especially in case when somebody is visiting foreign country to do a job. And yes, since 8th house is also the debilitation sign of moon, then in matters of inheritance, it may have some setbacks. The person may have to face some setbacks in matters of inheritance, because Mars also gets debilitated in the sign of Cancer, which is the 4th house, especially for people with moon in Aries in ascendant. So there are many facets, many faces of this moon. All what good has been said here. The result may be very different, especially in cases where there is Sun and Moon conjunction in Ascendant. The results may totally vary. I hope this answers a lot of your questions when there is Moon in the Ascendant. If you like this video, do leave a comment. If you have any questions, you can put your questions in the comment box. I hope you like this video. So kindly subscribe to the channel, stay connected, and click on the bell icon so that you get the latest updates of the upcoming videos in this very long series, which I will be discussing. And yes, before I go, I will also produce a series where we will be talking about Moon in different nakshatras, in different houses, and not just Moon, in fact all the planets, because results may change if Moon is in Aries, in Ashwini, or Bharani, or Kritika. The results may change a lot. I hope you like this video. Thank you. Namaste.